So first of all, I'm going to cover the Washington-Oregon game, and specifically the criticism that Lanning is getting for going for it on fourth down, being super aggressive. I don't have a problem with it. The only one I had a problem with was going for it on fourth down before half, when you could have got 3 on the board right before half, come out after halftime, put another 7 on the board, and had a 10-point swing. That's the only one I really had a problem with. Going for it on fourth down late in the game, um, and missing it put Washington in real bad field position. Washington went 3 and out, punted. They went down and scored a touchdown. Nothing lost. Going forward on fourth down at the end of the game and missing it. If you punt it there, Penix drives down the field, scores a touchdown. There's no time left. Giving them a short field, they drive down the field, they score a touchdown. It gives you time to get in field goal range. You got in field goal range and he missed the kick. It's kind of hard to argue with the strategy. I know it's unconventional, but it's aggressive and it shows that you believe in your kids. And I think it's just unconventional and people are not used to seeing people do it. I mean, Lane Kiffin has done it from time to time, has not been very successful with it, but I think the way Dan Lanning did it, it worked. Like I said, the only one I have a problem with is right before halftime because you could have got a 10-point swing. But if you're going to do it all the way. Get 7 there. Get 7 or nothing there. So, yeah, I watched the Alabama game. Man, Jalen Milroe is a real dog. I really like that guy. He freaking battles. He competes. He's not the greatest quarterback that ever walked the face of the earth, but he's gritty, he's tough, and he's clutch. And Alabama about lost that game. They lost their intensity, and once you lose your intensity, it's real hard to get it back. And you got to feel for Arkansas because they just cannot put it together this year. They had a brutal 5-game stretch, and they lost all 5 of them, and they just have not been able to put anything together this year. But they got a chance to get some wins here at the second half of the season and put together a decent year. But you got to really got to feel for Arkansas, and then Tennessee, Texas A&M. Basically, never underestimate the ability of Jimbo Fisher to lose a game because of crappy coaching. So that's all I got to say about that. It was a game that was played at a pace and at points that probably benefited Texas A&M. Tennessee would have liked to have had it much more in the 30s and 40s, and Texas A&M still couldn't win. They got all that talent, and they cannot put it together. Jimbo Fisher's the worst coach in the SEC. Never underestimate the ability of Jimbo Fisher to screw up a game. And finally, Auburn and LSU. Man, Jaden Daniels is a really dynamic player, and I can't believe he's not getting more run for the Heisman. I guess maybe because LSU is not a national championship contender, but he is just an amazing player, and Auburn could not stop him. Auburn's offense is not a type of offense that can run with teams like that. You're going to have to get some stops in the red zone against a team like LSU, and Auburn just could not stop them. Could not stop them. And Auburn made some strides in the passing game. The passing game looked better. The running game's going to be there. We got 2 quarterbacks, and when they say when you got 2 quarterbacks, you got none, and I believe that's true. I don't believe Auburn has a quarterback. Probably like to see more Robbie Ashford because he's just more dynamic. If you got people, if you're struggling in the passing game and you got 2 quarterbacks that can't hit wide open receivers, go with the one that's more dynamic. But I think Hugh Freeze knows what he's doing, and I think he's trying to establish a type of quarterback that he wants, which is a kind of like a surgeon type passer. But Robbie Ashford brings a different kind of feel to the game when he comes in. He played well. He's streaky. He'll play bad for a little while, and he'll play well for a little while. He's streaky, but he played good in the game. Auburn's got a rough season ahead of us. That's my alma mater. I'm a big Auburn fan, and we don't have the talent. We do not have the players to compete in the SEC. Brian Harsin destroyed that program, and it's going to take us a few years to get back to where we need to be. But overall, great day of watching football, man. I love my Saturdays. I get up and I go to my church's men's breakfast Saturday morning, and then I watch football all day long. And I don't worry. I try not to worry about anything. And I love my Saturday. So finally, I think, and I'm gonna say this, I think Bo Nix outplayed Michael Penix Jr. And I compare Bo Nix to Jalen Hurts. I think Bo Nix has the same skill set as Jalen Hurts, which is kind of point guard type distributor, get out on the perimeter, make plays, and just be a great leader for your team. And I'm really happy about Bo Nix. And he was an Auburn guy, and I think the fishbowl at Auburn was just too much, especially with Harsin there. And it's a damn shame that we don't have him. He's a great player. I'm happy he's doing well at Oregon. One of my best friends is an Oregon fan, and I'm really happy that he's doing well at Oregon. And I hope they come back and have a shot at the national championship. So that's probably who I'm pulling for the national championship this year is Oregon. And I think they'll get Washington again later on in the season, in the championship. And if they get them, I hope they win. So we'll see y'all. See y'all later. Peace, y'all.